Devaki Nandana Krishna Gita Patena Tushyati Yata Naveda Dhanena Yajna Gita Vratati Bihi. The son of Devaki, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna cannot be satisfied by anyone's study of the Vedas, charity, sacrifice, pilgrimage, or vows as much as he is satisfied by the devotional recitation of the Gita. Okay, let's take darshan of Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra from our temple. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupada Vishnupada Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Join me. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Tat Sat. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Okay, so before we go in, I'm going to speak a little bit about Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so these are some pictures of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was born in Calcutta one day after Janmashtami. So the birthday Tithi always fall after Janmashtami Tithi, which is Krishna's appearance day. Okay, he was born in 1896 in Calcutta. And he's born to a devotee couple, Gaur Mohan De and Ranjani De. Okay, that's the father and mother's name. And they are very pious Krishna devotee family. So when ever since Prabhupada was born, the father actually is a staunch devotee of Radharani. So he trained Prabhupada in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so so much so that at the age of 5 years old, Prabhupada did his own Radha Yatra around his house. He gathered all his neighbors, and he did a Radha Yatra in his house. Okay, fast forward 70 years, at 75 years old, okay, Prabhupada started the first Jagannath Radha Yatra in the Western world. Okay, he started at his house and then he brought it to Western. Of course, in Jagannath Puri, the Radha Yatra has been going for so many years. Okay, he actually got married at 22 years old and had 3 sons and 1 daughter. Prabhupada studied in a church college. He given up his degree for Gandhi's protest, civil disobedience movement. So Prabhupada was actually a very politically inclined person. He was marching for India's independence. So his background was that. He's actually pharmacist, yeah. By profession, he's a pharmacist. He had a pharmacy. Okay, so he's very familiar with this medical line actually. Okay, so he was active in taking part in free India struggle, the struggle for India's freedom. Okay, and somehow he was brought to see his guru. And the guru, I think they only had a couple of meetings, okay, a physical meeting, couple of meetings only. And he was given the instruction, go and preach in the Western world. And then Prabhupada said, oh no, let the India get independence first. Then the guru said, if you're going to wait for one problem to end, there'll be another problem. If you wait for that problem to end, there will be another problem. So like this, you cannot wait for the entire problem in the entire world to stop for you to take up spiritual life. Okay, so that was the instruction. So Prabhupada meditated on that and then he went back. Then he went on his usual life. You know, he was a pharmacist. He has a grihasta. Grihasta means householder. Yeah. Okay. Finally, fast forward in 1944, Prabhupada started a magazine called Back to Godhead magazine, and then in 1954, he took up Vanaprastha Asrama. Vanaprastha Asrama is the third level. First is Brahmacharya, is celibacy. So all the children should be sent to this Gurukul to learn Shastra, discipline and everything. And then once they are ready, they will enter the household life, which means they get married. So Brahmacharya is the first level. Second is Grihastha level. Third is Vanaprastha. Fourth is Sannyasa. Vanaprastha means once the children are big enough to take care of the mother, the wife, the man will leave the house and go on his spiritual journey, which means his commitments are all done. Everything has been taken care. And the practice is that the man has to leave the house to go on his spiritual journey. Okay, provided the children are okay, they are stable, and they're capable of taking care of the mother. Okay, those who are advanced, they will take sannyasa. Then they can start taking students. Okay, so when he went to USA, he went to USA in 1965, and his age was 69, just as people generally would be resorting to retirement. Prabhupada, at that old age, he went to US, and he only had 40 rupees. And he did not go on. Kritika Mataji, I put you as a co-host, so can you keep an eye on the mics, please? Thanks, Mataji. Okay, so he didn't go on a luxury airplane or ship, okay, or on a cruise. He went on a cargo ship. Okay, cargo ship where you have all the things, you know, they carry the containers and everything. Just because the Guru told him to go and spread the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the West. Okay, and then throughout his 12 years preaching mission in the Western world, Prabhupada went around the world, the globe, 14 times. And he had 10,000 disciples. He had 108 temples, farm communities in just 12 years. Okay, and he went to the US with just one Bhagavatam book in his trunk. And over there, he started writing a lot of books. Okay, so he published 147 books, including Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then he registered ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, as a registered body, as a registered association in 1966. Okay, so that is the brief history of Prabhupada. He went to US in 1965. In 1966, Prabhupada registered ISKCON. Okay, all right, so that's a little bit about Prabhupada. Okay, we owe a lot to Srila Prabhupada. Without him, I won't be here, you won't be here. And a lot of preaching activities are happening around the world. So many people are taking up this Sanatana Dharma, this Krishna consciousness. And we have lots of farm communities and everywhere around the world. So thanks to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so we have a couple of participants not attending today. But I have not heard from Ranganayagi Mataji. Mataji, are you here? Oh, you're here. Okay. So you're here. Sorry, Mataji. I haven't got the name list. Okay, Mataji, yours is Gita Mahatmya.
Gita Patvam Ka Sarvanam Ya Kuroti Dini Dini Ratuva Varji Medaya Kritis Tenasa Dakshina. Great sacrifice such as the Aswamedha along with their remuneration are naturally achieved by one who daily hears and recites the Gita.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So Ashwamedha Yagya means it's a grand sacrifice done by kings in the ancient years. Okay, so even to do one Ashwamedha Yagya is very, very difficult. So it is said that if you do 100 Ashwamedha Yagya, you can obtain the position of Lord Indra. Okay, Lord Indra is a position, yeah. That means the king of the heaven. Okay, so we don't have to do Ashwamedha Yagya. Okay, we can just daily hear and recite the Gita. Recite. So this is why I'm encouraging you to recite the Gita. Okay, so with that, yes, Prabhu, correct. Sacrificing horse in Yagya. Okay, but it is apparently the horse is sacrificed by in a process where everything is so pure, the ingredients are pure, the brahmanas are pure, highly qualified, and it is sacrificed not to is not animal abuse, because that horse will be given human birth the next. So that's how great yagya was in that year, in ancient time. So now we are not able to take that risk. Okay, so this is not animal sacrifice. Okay, so let's recap yesterday's actually it's not recap yesterday's chapter, that is coming up later. This is recap about last 3 chapters. Okay, so chapter 13 we learned about, do you all remember what's the topic of chapter 13? Okay, we are in segment Jnana Yoga, so you need to remember the jnana that we learned. Apa jadi? We learned about Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Neyam, yes, field, the knower of the field, the knowledge, what else? The object of knowledge, the enjoyer, the nature. So all this information we learned in chapter 13. Okay, so in that topic, we learned what is soul and what is super soul. I mean, the relationship, okay, knower 1 and knower 2. Okay, in chapter 4, yes, very good, yes. Chapter 40, we learn about, yeah, now only the answers are coming. Maybe the line is slow, yeah. Yes, correct, Mataji. The 6th question asked by Arjuna, nature, the enjoy and consciousness. That is the topic of the chapter 13. Okay, yes, chapter 14. Chapter 14 was the 3 modes. Okay, remember the 3 colors? Okay, the 3 ladies with the string and the puppets. Okay, all right. Goodness, passion, ignorance. Yes, very good. Just come on, bring it on. Yes. 3 modes of material nature. Okay, and then chapter 15. In chapter 15, we saw how Krishna gave example of this material world to a banyan tree. Okay, yoga of the Supreme Person. Yes, Purusha Uttama Yoga. Okay, so Krishna explained how this tree is nourished by these 3 modes of material nature that we covered in chapter 14. Why? Because we are made of this gross subtle body and gross body covering our soul, and then when you come into contact with the material nature, we are influenced by these 3 modes of material nature, which cause the transmigration. Okay, so remember, this is how you link, yeah. All right, so now you should see the flow, why we are taking these chapters. Okay, yes, we learn about parts of the trees compared to our life. Okay, all right, so this is the allegory of a banyan tree, describe the entire material world. So what was next? What did we learn? So you know the tree is like this material world, and as we involve in lots and lots of fruitive activities, we are growing what? What are we growing? What are we growing towards this material world? Yes, attachment. So you know there is a problem with this attachment, because it moves, it forces us to behave in such a way that we're going to generate more and more reactions. So what do? No, the tree is a allegory, is an example. It's a how to say, figurative speech. Yes, it's like that. So you have to imagine that this world is an inverted tree, whereby the actual tree is in the material world. Okay. Dasarathan Prabhu, I can actually take some time to, maybe I can audio you, I can call you, and then we can explain. If anybody needs more explanation, you can put in the chat. So probably I can spend more time explaining this. But basically, it's an example. You just have to imagine it's like a tree. Originally, in the spiritual world, the tree is terbalik, whereby the root is on the top, and Lord Brahma is sitting there. Everything originates from there, and as you go down, you have the devas, and then as you go down, you have the lower species. Okay, and the tree in the material world is terbalik, whereby as you go to the root, your attachment to the material becomes stronger. Whereas in the spiritual world, as you go to the root, your liberation is become brighter. It's like that. You have to think like that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, it's a metaphor. Yeah. So, what else? What else I can say? It's an analogy, something like that, right? Just imagine it's like that, terbalik. Okay. So we have to cut the tree of attachment with detachment. Okay. Sharpened by knowledge and determination. Very good. It's all about detachment. Okay. Let's see what else here. Okay. So we have covered that already. Okay. So I'm going to bring you back to this picture. Okay. So one thing that we can cover here before we move on, because it's very much related to this. Okay, so yesterday we learned how this branch and twigs, they all are nourished by these three modes of material nature. And also yesterday you managed to identify at the higher portion of the tree, you have elevated beings, okay, the devas, okay. And as you go down, you have people engaged in abominable activities, and then you go into it, you will be brought into animal kingdom. So based on this, you can actually categorize this tree into two main sections: upper branches and lower branches. These are all upper branches. These are all lower branches. Okay. What kind of mode is prominent on the upper branches? Can you apply the knowledge that you learned? What kind of mode is very prominent at the upper branch? Pandai everyone. Okay, so obviously the lower one is passion and ignorance. Okay, so the upper branch called divine people. Okay, more divine qualities are here because they operate or they function under mode of goodness. Okay, the opposite of divine is Sadhu. Yeah, it's demoniac. Okay, so this is demonic. Demonic or demoniac. Basically, these are two kinds of fruits people can reap based on their activities. You function here more, you get divine qualities. You function here more, you get demoniac qualities. So this is the two sections. Okay. Yesterday, we were talking about the branches nourished by three modes, but we did not go into the fruits, right? So today is about the fruits, all about the fruits. Good fruits means divine qualities, which will bring you to liberation. Bad fruits means demoniac qualities, which will cause bondage, okay? And the worst situation of causing bondage is gliding down to animal kingdom or hell. This is the worst situation. Okay, so we are entering chapter 16, the divine and demoniac natures. Okay, this is the summary. Those who possess demoniac qualities and who live whimsically, okay, these are some keywords here, without following the regulation of scriptures, attain lower births and further material bondage. Okay, but those who possess divine qualities and live regulated lives, abiding by scriptural authority, gradually attain spiritual perfection. Okay, so chapter 16 is all about explanation on divine qualities and how it brings you up the tree towards the root, okay, towards the liberation. Okay, and it also talks about the demonic qualities and the mentality which drives you towards the lower part of the tree and ultimately to the hell. Okay, this tree, I'm talking about the spiritual tree, which is the terbalik one. Okay, all right. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna started by explaining the divine qualities first. And later he spoke about demoniac qualities. And if you see Bhagavad Gita, Krishna spent actually a couple of verses only on divine qualities. He finished it within 1 or 2 verses, but he gave elaborate explanation on demoniac qualities. Okay, so for this program is devised in such a way that we will cover the demoniac qualities first. So demoniac qualities is Asura Sampada. Okay, demoniac qualities, which is from text 4 to text 8. So we will, of course, we won't be doing all the slokas. So we have 16 point, text 4 here. I didn't assign anyone, so I will read. Arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, or son of Partha. Okay. So there are 6 demoniac qualities here. Okay. So we move on. In text 5, Krishna says, there are 2 kinds of destination for these 2 categories of people. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, means those who function under the mode of goodness or cultivated divine qualities, they can go for liberation. Whereas the demonic qualities make for bondage. We actually saw this just a while ago. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. Because remember in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about divine qualities. So he can actually understand that what Arjuna could be thinking. Oh dear, I am going to kill. I'm going to do killing. So this is demoniac. However, Krishna is saying, as a Kshatriya, killing is necessary. Therefore, that is your dharma and that is divine quality. However, if a Kshatriya does not kill, then that is demoniac qualities. Okay, so Krishna is assuring Arjuna here, don't worry. You are born with divine qualities. Okay, so basically text 5 is about destiny of divine and demoniac. So Krishna gives us, first Krishna talks about 26 qualities of divine qualities, divine characteristics, 26 qualities. And then he gives a short summary where these divine people will go, where the demonic people will go. And then he goes on to elaborate on demonic qualities. Text 6. Okay, I don't know if I received message from Sandhya Mataji. Okay, Darshini Mataji, would you like to replace?
O son of Pratha, in this world there are 2 kinds of created beings. One is called divine and the other demonic. I have already explained to you at the length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demonic.
Okay. All right, so of course, when I mentioned earlier in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna spoke about divine qualities first, yeah? So there are 2 kinds of being here, divine and demoniac. Both are born from Prajapati, but the only thing that differentiates them is there's only one factor. We will see what is that factor, okay? Krishna is going to explain more, yeah? Let's read more on these demoniac qualities. Text 7. Mataji is here. Yeah, Sasirika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So I'm going to stay on this slide for a while to explain this, okay? Because we're going to cover these 2 slokas here. This is what I said. What makes it different between the divine and the demoniac? Okay, we will explain this now. Okay, so this is clearly the description of demoniac nature. Okay, now let's see the first one. They do not know what is to be done, what is not to be done. Why is this so? For example, people go on animal slaughter, or people eat just anything and everything, flying, walking, swimming, everything. They eat everything, okay, for the satisfaction of their tongue. all right? And then they take intoxication, alcohol, drugs, smoking, all right? So most of the time, they don't think when they do this. They know that, even on the box of the cigarette, it is said that you'll get this kind of cancers and everything, but they still go on doing it. So why they are doing it? This is called ignorance. Okay, it has been told, but they are still doing. And sometimes they just don't know why are they doing certain things. Okay, I'm eating because it's available, so I'm eating. Okay, I'm not killing it, it's available. All right, so I'm not responsible to that. So actually, it is mentioned that there are 6 kind of people in will be bearing the karmic reactions in meat eating. Okay, not only the person who's eating. So there are 5 more people who are involved. Okay, so that I will not cover. So like this, we cannot say that I don't know, therefore I am doing. So they don't know what is to be done, what is not to be done. So I will tell why this is happening. This one I will tell as the conclusion. Okay, this is the first point. The second point is they don't observe cleanliness. Okay, they don't give importance to cleanliness. Cleanliness could be, cleanliness is both external and internal. External is like bathing. When you visit the toilet, you have to fully bathe yourself. If you've gone through certain situation, you have to take full bath, like a funeral, cut your nails, sleeping more than half an hour, wake up in the morning. So all this you have to shower. Okay, brushing teeth when you wake up in the morning, not drinking tea or coffee with the, immediately after you wake up. So these are all cleanliness. This is all external cleanliness. However, there is also internal hygiene, which is done by reading scriptures, chanting, prayers, devotional service. This is all internal cleanliness. Okay, internal hygiene. So there are 2 things. Okay. Next is they don't have proper behavior. Okay. Who has this kind of improper behavior? What kind of example? Harshness, anger, exhibition or demonstration of anger. Non-protection towards women, okay, abuse, exploitation. So all these not proper behavior. Okay, these are all demonic qualities. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Finally, no truth. They don't speak the truth. They will speak philosophies only to satisfy their motives. Okay, they don't speak the truth as it is. Okay, they can be very good in speaking philosophies, but it's not necessarily the truth. Okay, it's just to satisfy their nature, okay, their mindset, okay, their own ideology. Okay, so overall, you can see this. They behave whimsically. These demonic people with this demonic quality, they behave whimsically and they do not pay attention to the rules and regulation mentioned in the scriptures. Okay, so what kind of people under this, what are the factors, we can say that they do not follow the scriptures is either they don't know, they are not aware of the rules and regulation or scriptures. They are not aware, totally not aware. Oh, is there such scripture? They don't know. Okay. Number 2, even if they know, they have no inclination to follow. They don't want to follow. They refuse to follow. Even if they know the books are there, okay, even if they follow or they only follow to a certain extent, they are lacking of faith. There is lack of faith. Okay, in what manner? They lack of faith in the Vedas. Okay, so they don't believe in the prescription that is given in the Vedas. Or they can also lack of faith in the sages who give instructions. See, they don't have faith in the instructions. They don't have faith in the sages. They don't have faith in the Vedas. Okay, and even, so what else? Or they don't have inclination to follow. Otherwise, they don't know the existence of the Shastras. So this is why they act whimsically. They don't know what is to be done, what is not to be done. Okay, so what is the impact of such people? They cause disturbance in the society, in the community, disturbance to the self first, okay? And then they cause disturbance in the community, the society, in the world, because the tendency to engage in sinful activities, because this knowledge is not there, is very high. Okay, remember in the mode of goodness, what are the 3 characteristics of mode of goodness? Ini macam soalan what? Pop quiz. Let's see who's ready. Wow, Dasharatha Prabhu is always ready. He's like born ready. Okay, kasih chance to others also. 2 more characteristics of mode of goodness. Purest. Very good, Kuhan Prabhu. Very important point that we can relate right now in this verse. Mode of goodness means that person has knowledge, ability to discriminate. And because of that ability, you are able to abstain yourself from engaging in sinful reactions. Okay, so now you can relate. Okay, because they don't follow the rules and scriptures and everything, they don't listen to instruction, the tendency is high to engage in sinful activities. So this is the opposite. Okay, so again, I'm concluding here. Both the divine people and the demoniac people come from the same place. However, one follows the scriptures, one does not follow the scripture, and that is why they are different. Okay, it's basically the non-obedience to the regulative principle in the scriptures. Okay, so we are done with text 7. Pretty much this is the summary of demonic qualities. And we're going to go on to their activities. Krishna is going to talk more. This is like even more examples that Krishna is going to give. Activities of the demoniac. So we're going to see the tendencies, the conduct, the attitude, the engagement, thought, and destination. Okay, so of course we won't cover everything. There are 10, can you see? There are 10 slokas Krishna is covering on demonic qualities, but we're going to do a few only. Text 13.
The demonic person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am the perfect, powerful, and happy. I'm the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. What can you get? One point you get from here. What is the mentality of these demoniac people? What can you grab from this verse? There are so many lines there, Krishna said. What is the one essence that you can get on the mentality of these demoniac people? What is their focus on? Okay, characteristics, greedy, thinking that he's superior, unsatisfied, okay? What are they after? Right, okay, materialism, fruitive gain, wealthy. Somebody said wealth, I like that. Okay, yes. Okay, what are they doing? They are gaining wealth by any means. I don't care how I gain it, but I am going to get it. This is demonic quality, all right? It describes their thoughts about how they acquire money by any means, no matter, even if it is illegal means. Okay? The demonic thoughts on gaining wealth. Okay, it could be also power, wealth, what else? Yeah, it's actually basically power and wealth. Okay, no matter any, I will gain more according to my schemes. So everything is theirs. Everything is mine. Okay, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it. Okay, and I'm going to do more. It will increase in the future. Even if I have to kill someone, I have to get it. Okay, he's my enemy, I kill him. Oh, there's another new enemy, I'm going to kill him too. Whether I bury him, I blast him, in any ways, okay? All right. And my other enemies also will be killed. So they don't want any competitors. So they are cruel. They do not hesitate to harm others or destroy others. And they think they are the Lord of everything. And they think I am the enjoyer. I'm perfect, powerful, and happy. Okay. I'm the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. Okay. So what do they do at the end? Oh, I've done some very nasty things. I want to cover this. I want to do parihasa. So what do they do? What do they do occasionally? You can't say that they don't know what are they doing. All right. Some people, they know what are they doing. Yeah. Why do they do that? Because they know by doing charity, you can get pious credits. Okay. So one, to accumulate pious credits. Number two, to hide their bad activities. This is demonic quality. So you do a lot of bad things and then you give some charity or maybe a lot of charity to cover your image, protect your image. Okay. So from here, you can see the demonic people, they have very strong desire for material things, okay, to get power and wealth. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, so you might be thinking, why are we learning this? Am I a demon? I'm not a demon like Duryodhana or Ravana. However, we are also tiny demon in our own way. All right. So we don't have to have 10 heads. So we don't have to have muscular bodies or horns on our head. But we know, okay, everybody has two sides, okay, one good side and one bad side. So that one I will cover later. Okay, so they will do sacrifices. They give some charity and they will feel contented. Okay, I've done some part, for the community, to protect my image, to show that I am good, right? So this is ignorance. Okay, so Duryodhana, what about Duryodhana? These two people, they are very strong people. And those days, these demons, they don't look ugly. Okay, you know how illustrious Duryodhana was, how illustrious Ravana was. Ravana had everything. He's so wealthy, he's so knowledgeable, he's so talented. Yet his intelligence is stolen by illusion. Mayaya, Partha, Jnana. Remember the 4 kinds of people who do not surrender to God? One of it is intelligence stolen by illusion. So just because somebody is placed in mode of goodness, somebody has so much of knowledge, doesn't mean they are perfect. Okay, whether they have full knowledge, not necessarily, because he was still had desire on another person's property, another person's wife. Okay, so this is demonic quality. This makes him demon, and he also fought against God. Okay, so that's also making him demonic. So all the very good qualities that he had is all material qualities, and it's not meaningful if it doesn't culminate in devotion towards the Lord. Of course, if you know the background, Ravana is not an ordinary person. He is one of the Jaya and Vijaya, the gatekeeper of Vaikuntha. Okay, so that one I tell another time. Okay. All right, and okay, I think that's about it. We move on. Okay, so this is the one that I said, everybody has 2 wolves. You have good wolf inside you, inside us. Okay, I'm also included. We also have bad wolf inside us. All right, within everyone, there are some good qualities and some bad qualities. In our body, there are 2 wolves, good wolf and a bad wolf. We have to be careful which one do we feed. Feed the wolf with good and divine qualities, or feed the bad one with demonic qualities. We have a choice to make. So which wolf will thrive is based on what we feed. Okay. All right. Now, whether this person is demonic or divine, we want to see how Krishna treat them. So we want to see how Krishna reciprocate. This is text 19. Shubha Mataji, are you able to read? I'm sorry, a couple of you messaged me.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, Mataji.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. Forgot who are not able to read.
Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. Attaining repeated birth amongst the species of demonic life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually, they sink down to the most abominable type of existence.
All right, thank you, Mataji. So this verse proves that nothing is accidental or happened by chance. Everything is done with the will of God. Okay, this is how Krishna treats the people with demonic qualities. Okay, the placing of a particular soul in a particular body is the prerogative of supreme will. Okay, the will of the supreme person. And the point here is that people are in these demonic qualities, it's very difficult to get elevation on the asrama. Okay, on the Varna asrama, it's very difficult for them to go up the banyan tree. It's very difficult for them to get liberation. So we have to be very careful where we are. We don't want to fall down to the lower species. Okay, so this is the fate of demoniac people. They are perpetually cast into various demonic wombs in the ocean of material existence. Okay, the worst case is that eventually they glide down to hell, because once you are in animal life, it's very difficult to come up. Okay, so these kind of people can never approach Krishna according to Krishna. And these are the people who are functioning prominently under the influence of mode of passion and ignorance. Okay, so even if we are in human body, we can have these demonic qualities, and if we succumb or surrender to this mode of passion and ignorance, and if we are continuing with this our bad mentality, and we're going to end up getting an animal body in the jungle. Okay, at least if you become a dog and you appear in a devotee's family, you're going to get prasadam, you're going to hear some Maha Mantra, you're going to hear some katha, you know, you're going to get association with the devotees. So some elevation, chance for elevation are there. But if you are placed in jungle, you're going to go back to the evolution, the natural evolution. Do you remember how the fly died in the mouth of frog, and it's going to think of frog, and then it's going to take birth of frog? So how the frog going to die? Okay, and then it goes on like that, in that mode. So it's going to take a very long time to come up the ladder. Okay, so once we have this human life, we want to really appreciate it. Okay, we never know what will happen in our next birth. Okay, and Krishna also says that this kind of people, they're going to take birth again and again and again, because they don't want to be humanized human being, and they don't follow the scriptures. And the animal bodies, they will take birth according to the desires, how the desire dictate, and that is how the animal is going to take the next body. Okay, all right, let's move on. Oh, okay, sinking down to the most abominable type of existence. This is talking about the animal life and also eventually to hell, hellish planets. Okay, so there must be a way or a reason, the root cause, how these demonic qualities come to us. Okay, so definitely you want to know how this demonic quality start in us. Okay, so this is also Krishna is telling. The demonic tendency starts from these three gates, three factors. And these three factors is the three gates to hell. Anybody knows what are these? Three gates to hell. All the demonic qualities coming from here. This is the start. Sudah belajar, is it? Prasanna Mataji. Yes. Okay. Oh, you all are very clever already. Should I just ask more difficult questions? Okay, good, yeah. So this is our choice, how to escape to the supreme destination. So we want to get free from demonic qualities. So to free from demonic qualities, we want to know where is the root cause. The root cause is these three friends. Text 21. I think Sivarangani Mataji says she can't make it today. Okay, Vasagi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give this up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So, how does one become demoniac and cast into hellish life? As mentioned in the previous verse. Now, this verse describes, this is the beginning of a demoniac life. All starts from lust, anger, and greed. And these are the 3 gates to hell. Okay, so when we hear these kind of bad qualities, the lesson that we're going to bring back is, the application that we're going to do is that we want to avoid these 3 things. Okay, because if we already know what is the result of having this demonic quality, if we don't take charge, what's going to happen to us? And we don't want this to happen to us. So text 21 is telling us what to do. Okay, what to do? What is this text 21 telling us? You already know these are the 3 gates. That is the beginning of all the demonic qualities. What Krishna is telling us to do here? Any other answer? Everybody agree? Yeah. Okay, Krishna is asking us to give up. It's very straightforward. Yes, thank you. Okay, it's very straightforward. We should give up. So how do we give up? Okay, when we say lust, yeah, it's not only the intense desire or longing between a man and a woman. It means as intense as that. So what could be lust generally? Vasiki Mataji, did you attend the level 3 the other day? Were you here? The places of sins and lust? What is lust actually? Okay, very good. Reading scriptures, detached from material world, determination. First, we need to know what is lust. Who can give me lust? Kritika Mataji, did you attend level 3 the other day? Places of sins and lust. Okay, do you remember what is lust?
I remember the places, Mataji.
Oh, okay,
But
the places. Okay, right. Okay, no problem, Mataji. Yeah, Shubhashini Mataji, you are close. Actually, you are there already. Anything that is excessive, yeah, okay, which means the desire to enjoy the material object is a lot, all right, okay, excessive, yeah, I think that's the right word. Okay, so this is the beginning of the degradation of the lust, meaning we want more than necessary. Yes, okay, lust is basically starting from desire. When the desire is excessive, it becomes lust. So there's 2 impacts of having lust. Do you remember this one, Kritika Mataji? What happens when the lust is satisfied? What happens when the lust is not satisfied?
usually it won't be satisfied.
Okay.
Like you will keep wanting for more. Let's say you think that, okay, this time I want to get 70% in my exam. And then you'll be like, oh, no, next I want to target for 80, next for 90. But that is the good side, lah. But can apply this example for the bad thing.
Okay. So if the lust is satisfied, what happens?
Sorry, you don't remember.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so when the lust is satisfied, you want more. Okay, for now, okay, you pay 1 ringgit, you got left 3,000 ringgit. Tomorrow I want to take some more. So I pay with 3 ringgit, I get more. Okay, I don't know how it works. I never took, so I don't know. So I guess that's how it goes, right? You want more and more and more. And if it is not satisfied, so which means if you want more, that means it's greed. Okay, so if you're not satisfied, it's gonna give you anger. So basically, these are the 3 siblings. Okay, because of lust, you get greed or you anger. Ini orang sebelah-sebelah. Okay, next door neighbor only. Okay, so either go to greed or go to anger. So everything comes from here. If you look at that verse just now, the demonic person is very, the intense longing for power and wealth is all because of the lust. Remember how when we are put into this material nature, what brings us here? The desire. So you can actually link this chapter 13, 14, 15, 16 here. Because of our desire, we are here. And the desire, when it becomes excessive, it becomes lust. When the lust is not satisfied, you get angry. When the lust is satisfied, you are greedy. Yeah. Okay. So when you are greedy for something, this is where you bring in the three modes of material nature. Which mode is very closely related to greed, wanting more? Marriage, Prabhu? What is that, Prabhu? Okay, that means in marriage, the relationship between husband and wife is for progeny, to give birth to children, okay, God-conscious children. So therefore, that is allowed within the cycle of marriage. And Krishna also said in chapter 10, I am, hold on, yeah.
I am the seed giving father.
Yeah, what is that, Shamala Mataji? He said, I am the sex life within regulated, something like that. I can't recall which one is it. If you can help me to find that verse, please put in the chat. Yeah, so help me. Okay, thank you. Thank God I have this right hand. Okay, yeah, so Ganesha Prabhu, just hold on. Mataji will share. Okay, so I was talking about from desire, you get lust, and then not satisfied, anger, satisfied is greed. So my question is, if you go back to the three modes of material nature, which mode has very close connection to greed? Yes, under the passion, you have intense desire, intense longing and hankering for this wealth. Okay, and this is what is, and what people under mode of passion is generally engaged in. What do they do? What is the activity like? Fruitive activities, okay, because they want to enjoy the fruit. So as you grow your tree, as you get more fruit, and you're going to enjoy the fruit, what are you actually generating? Business. Yeah, okay. What are you generating? When you engage in fruitive activities, what are you generating? Of course, you're generating fruit, but in terms of philosophically term, what are you enjoying? What are you looking for? I mean, what is the impact of these fruitive activities? Okay, yeah, income is one of the fruit, okay. You have that attachment, yes. Basically, it's the reactions, right? The attachment gives you reaction. Attachment to the fruits is giving you reactions. So when you have reactions, you're going to go into the transmigration process. Can you all see the link? It's like, is it like going roller coaster like that? I want you to see the link, yeah. Why, what are we doing here? Okay, so it's not like one chapter is over and then we turn over a new leaf. It's not like that. It's all interrelated, and how beautifully Krishna is linking everything. Okay, right? Yeah, becoming more greedy because you already have the taste of that fruit. You want to do more and more and more and more. But what we don't know is that these reactions are actually the binding factor to this material world. And you're going to take birth among the people who are engaged in fruitive activities. So the process goes on and on and on. Okay, I hope you all can get the picture. Okay, you all can relate this lust, greed, and anger. So that one coming from point A to point Z. So now this one is point Z to point A. It's like that. Okay, sorry, that one is point Z to point A. And here we are at the point A. This is where everything starts. Right, I am sex life, which is not contrary to religious principle, which means you are allowed to have enjoyment within marriage. Okay, not outside marriage or before marriage. This is what it says. Yes, Prabhu, for progeny, yes. Otherwise, it is excessive sense gratification. This is in an ideal situation, yeah. So of course, it's room for discussion. There's lots of, it can be a topic for discussion, but generally this is what mentioned in scriptures. Yes. Okay, so let's move on. 3 gates leading to this hell, and it causes degradation of the soul if you do not give this up. Okay, let's move on. Text 23. Prabhu. This is also talking about destination, yeah.
He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So in text 23 and text 24, Krishna is going to give 2 implications. One who follows and one who does not follow. So in 23, he is giving the impact for those who do not follow, the result of not following the Shastras. Shastra Vidhim. Okay, Shastra Vidhi means the direction of the Shastras. Okay, in the Shastras or the Vedas, different prescriptions given to different class of people according to their nature. Okay, remember, according to their nature, guna karma, not janma karma. Guna karma means the work according to their nature, not according to their birth. A person who is born to a Brahmana not necessarily will be a Brahmana. Okay, it is the nature that makes him a Brahmana, the nature that makes him a Satriya, a Vaishya, or Sudra. Okay, so this is why sometimes you don't find a teacher's child might not want to teach, might want to be a businessman. Okay, right? So it's like that. Okay, Shastra Vidim, Kama Karta. Okay, this is a result of not following Shastras. Not following the Shastras means disregarding the scriptural injunction and act Sukha according to his own whims, according to his speculation or whatever he feels like. I feel like doing this. I feel like doing that. So this is whims. Okay, not following the rules and regulation. Okay, and for person who is doing this, Krishna said that they will not have perfection in this life and also in the next life. Okay, so you can go on doing things whimsically, but you will never find perfection. I've also seen people like that who were following the Shastras, but later out of frustration, they give up. Okay, they do things whimsically, but still they are not happy. Okay, they're still not happy and they're incurring more and more karma on that. Okay, this is ignorance. It is not by birth, Prabhu. Janma karma chami divyam. Janma karma chami divyam. Shamala Mataji, I need your help again. Please get the verse. So Krishna said, Janma karma chami divyam. Guna karma vibhagasaha. Okay, guna karma vibhagasaha means the work is according to their nature, not birth. This is why I said a teacher's son may not necessarily be a teacher. Okay, he might be a Vaishya, he might be a businessman. Yeah, so this caste system that's based on birth is it perverted philosophy? Now it's a modern age one. This is not the system that Krishna gave. The system that Krishna gave is work according to your guna. Not this one, Mataji. Sorry, not this one. This is about the Varnasrama. Krishna says guna karma. Okay, yeah. So to answer that, it is not by birth, yeah. It's based on guna. Guna means modes. Okay, gunam. Gunam is modes, qualities. Okay, so now we move on to, okay, so what do we do? Getting the scriptural knowledge, we apply the knowledge. Okay, when you apply the knowledge, you will know the tattva of the Lord, and then you will serve the Lord. Okay, this is the objective of following the Shastras. Okay, if you don't follow this, you're going to do Kama Karta. Kama Karta means acting whimsically, violates the rule, acts in lust. So this is all Kama Karta. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, okay, this is the impact of people who do not follow scriptural injunctions. Okay, next, this is the result of following the Shastras. Text 24, Shamala Mataji. Okay, so we pause here for a while. We look at what Shamala Mataji shared. the 4 categories of occupation, the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra, created by me according to people's qualities. Okay, not by people's birth. Okay, and these Brahmanical qualities are cultivated, are developed. Okay, they are not born with the person. A Brahmana may have a child with the Kshatriya qualities. Okay, he might want to be a policeman, he want to be an army. Okay, this is gunas, right? Okay, Shamla Mataji, text 24.
One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulation of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated.
Okay, so this is the result of following sastras. You will be elevated. Okay, so to control and regulate these demonic qualities, this is to manage the demonic qualities. There are medicines, which means you follow the scriptural injunctions and you will be on your gradual elevation. Okay, if you want to learn mathematics, you have to go to a mathematic teacher. So you want to learn about life, then you have to go back to the sastras, which are the handbook. Okay, so there are regulative principles. Okay, okay, so next Krishna is going to talk. Yes, guna karma. Okay, what else? Okay, so there can be two questions. I gathered some like a FAQ, like 2 questions, right? So one is, those who are not engaged in devotional service, how to purify them? Okay, so they will engage in activities prescribed by Vedic injunctions. So there are do's and don'ts. They can start with that. Okay, so this way they can elevate themselves to higher stage by guidance of a guru. Okay, and then they will be placed at the devotional path. Okay, in the transcendental platform. Okay, another question is how to elevate and why to elevate. Okay, first, if you think we are in ignorance of passion, mode of ignorance of passion, we have so much of anger, so much of harshness, so much of anxiety, restlessness. So this is all passion and ignorance. So we want to consciously bring ourselves up to learn what are the goodness, quality of the goodness. So we already learned that in chapter 14. We will learn more in chapter 17 and 18. So just stay tuned, okay, for more examples or activities under these 3 modes. So you grab this information and you imbibe in yourself and then you act it out. Okay, you demonstrate in our daily activities. So like this, we will come to the platform of goodness. Mode of goodness. The aim now is to come to mode of goodness. We want to transcend this mode of passion and ignorance, because those are very dangerous position to be in. Okay, at least in mode of passion, you can still go up to goodness. But once you glide down the ignorance, there is no way to come up. It's very difficult. It has to take some strong jump start or quantum leap for you to come back up. Okay, so it's very important. Most of us are in the mode of passion plus ignorance. We are there. Okay, sometimes only we are in the mode of goodness, maybe in the morning or maybe now. Okay, after that we are back to normal, our passion and ignorance mode. Okay, so this is where a guru, a spiritual guidance is important to keep a check and balance on us. Okay, so these are the 2 general questions. Yeah, how to purify those who are not engaged in devotional service. You engage in activity or do your duties based on the Vedic scriptures. Based on your guna, you do your duty. Okay, if you're a teacher, you have to teach. If you're a mother, you have to take care of the children, take care of the house. Okay, you can't be even though what you're doing is not perfect. At one part in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, it's better for you to perform your duty imperfectly instead of doing some other people's work perfectly, because that is not your dharma. Your dharma is this, you do this, and that is purifying for you. As you engage in that, then you detach yourself from that result. So that is the way of elevation. Okay, so we are done with this results of not following and following sastras. And now we're bringing in Krishna talking about divine qualities. So this is a bit long read. Who is doing this? Dasaratham Prabhu. So you all can count how many qualities are here. We are done
Right,
with demonic
Mataji.
qualities, yeah? So now we are entering divine nature. Okay, sorry, Prabhu, go ahead.
No problem. Translation: fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature.
Okay, how many? Did anybody count? Thank you, Prabhu. Did anybody count? Okay. That should be 26. Okay, let me put it here. 25, 27, 26, right? So I don't know how I got 25 here. Maybe I combined 2 in 1. 26, yeah? Yeah, so you can check why I got 25 here. Okay, so I won't be covering all these qualities one by one, but let me see if I can grab 1 or 2 to explain. Okay, fearlessness, yeah. Who needs fearlessness? Fearlessness is very relevant to people who are preaching, like sannyasi. Okay, they have to be fearless. They have to go around outside of the country, outside of their comfort zone to preach. So like Prabhupada, he had 2 heart attacks on the ship due to the storm. And the doctor, in the in-house doctor said, the 3rd time Prabhupada's going to get, he's not going to survive. Okay, so he should be fearless. What else? Purification of one's existence. This is to purify, this is for everyone based on our activities. Yeah, our devotional service are purifying. So this is all divine qualities. What else? Charity. Charity is very relevant for grihastas because we are working, we are receiving income, and to cultivate detachment from this wealth, right, from our fruit, we have to give some in charity, like feeding others, donating. Okay, so we have to do that. Other than that, most of the qualities is applicable for everybody, like cultivation of spiritual knowledge, study of the Vedas, non-violence. So I think all these are applicable for everyone, especially cleanliness. Okay, so can you see? Cleanliness, you might think that's very basic thing. How would anyone be not clean? So even by being clean, you're actually having a divine quality. Cleanliness next to godliness and doing, charity. Okay, I think I move on. Okay, you can read the purport for explanation. All right, this is again destiny, which we already covered earlier. This text 5, we bring it to the end. Text 5, whose turn? Mataji. Tulasi Mataji not here. Vikneshwari Mataji, you've been very quiet. Do you like to read?
Yes, can Mataji.
Okay.
The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demonic qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine quality.
So this is the verse we covered earlier. Yeah, because Arjuna was worried that he may have demonic qualities because he's going to engage in killing, but actually it's not. Arjuna was already considering pros and cons, and then he thought, why Krishna says that, why Krishna declares that Arjuna is born with divine qualities, because even though his duty is to kill people, but Arjuna paused for a while and he thought, okay, there is this particular people, great personalities like Bhishma and Drona. Should I kill them? Okay, isn't it sinful? Like that, he considered that. So that shows that he has divine qualities. And of course, Krishna also indicates that to perform this killing, is divine and not performing the killing for a Kshatriya is demoniac. Okay, so like this, Krishna removes Arjuna's doubts that his participation in the battlefield as a warrior is not demoniac. He is not a killer. Okay, this doesn't make Arjuna a killer. Okay, so I'm going to leave this first. I have a quick story. Okay, I think I will take about 5 minutes. So just bear with me. Yeah. Okay, so it is said that in the beginning of time, Satya Yuga, the demons and the divines, they stayed in different planets. Okay, they stayed in different planets. Okay, in Treta Yuga, they stayed in different countries, like Ravana in Lanka, Rama in Ayodhya. Okay, and then as the age goes to Dwapara Yuga, where do the divine and the demons stay? Where did they live? Where did they live? Who can tell this? They're becoming closer and closer. So in Dwapara Yuga, yes. Dwapara Yuga is the age where Krishna appeared on earth. So where were the divine and demons? Yeah, in the same family. Okay, and they are cousins. Okay, Arjuna, divine qualities, Duryodhana, demonic quality. They are in the same family. Okay, in Kali Yuga, yeah. So last time when the demon was staying in different planet, Krishna came and killed the demons. And when the demon in a different country, okay, Lord Rama went and killed the demon Ravana. And when the demon is in another person, like Duryodhana, Sisupala, okay, Krishna went and killed them. Kamsa, okay. But if the demon is inside us, should we kill ourselves? How? How do you manage this? So this is a story to illustrate this, okay, whether it's practical or not to kill ourselves, okay. All right, so here the holy name of Krishna can deliver the most sinful of all sinners, kill the demon with us. How, Prabhu? How do we kill the demon within us? Okay, so question for pondering. Okay, so let's move on to this story, yeah. So 500 plus years ago, Casey, okay, 500 plus years ago, when Krishna appeared as Mahaprabhu in West Bengal, in Navadvip, he came with his associate, Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is none other than Lord Balaram. So what Lord Nityananda will do is, he has two very good friends. Mahaprabhu gave task to Lord Nityananda and another person called Haridas Thakur. You know, you two, every day you all go to house and beg everyone to chant the holy name, because the holy name will remove the demonic qualities in our heart. It will purify us. So this is the daily task these two personalities have to do. So what do is, they will go and knocking in everybody's door. When they open the door, they will see, nobody there. Then what happens is that they are actually falling down on the people's feet, the residents, and they will be begging them, please chant the holy name, please chant the holy name. They will be begging them like that. So this is how it has been going on every day. And at the end of the day, they will have to come back to Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna, okay, to report the activity. So one such day, they saw, okay, there were two drunkards. These two drunkards, they were disturbing everybody walking past by. And they will be disturbing the woman, they will be disturbing people around, okay? And then Lord Nityananda approached them. Initially, Lord Nityananda approached them and they insulted him and chased him off. So Lord Nityananda went off. Okay, the second day, they went again. Okay, Lord Nityananda begged. Okay, I'm not reading this line by line, yeah, so I'm just telling you the story. Okay, and the second time, Lord Nityananda begged them, please chant the holy name. You are all engrossed in this very abominable activities, drinking and disturbing people and degrading your own self. So please chant the holy name. So this drunkard, right, they get very angry. They took up the pot, you know, where they kept their intoxicated drink. Okay. The pot which was used to hold the wine. And he took that pot with all his power, he crashed it on the head of Nityananda Prabhu because he got so angry, he was being pestered to chant the holy name. And he again went to crash the pot over the head of Nityananda. Okay, I think he was doing more than once. So at this time, Lord Nityananda already got hurt on his head and he started bleeding. And people there rushed to complain to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu, this Jagai and Madai, these two guys named Jagai and Madai, they hurt Lord Nityananda. Okay, Mahaprabhu came as a devotee. Okay, he did not display any miracle openly like how Krishna displayed in his Krishna pastime. Okay, however, when he saw that his dearest devotee got hurt, he was very angry and he started lifting his right hand and invoked his chakra and ready to sever the head of the Jagai and Madai. Okay, so even if the devotee tolerates, the Lord does not tolerate it. Remember what story we did this? Where the Lord gets angry? When the devotee is being harmed.
The Ambarish Maharaj story.
Yeah, the Ambarish Maharaj story. So this is pretty much the similar story. He became so enraged. Yes, Ganesh Prabhu. He became so enraged that his eyes burned red as hot coals, and with raging fire, he ran to the scene of the crime. He lifted his finger and called out Chakra, Chakra, and Sudarshan Chakra ominously began to whirl about his finger and to over these two sinful brothers. When Jagai and Madai saw the wrath of Gauranga more deadly than the wrath of Nrsingadev personified, and Sudarshan Chakra was shining brilliantly like millions of sun, ready to sever their head, they become so very sober and fearful. They frightened, okay, and they start begging, please spare us. At this time, Lord Nityananda fell on Lord Mahaprabhu's feet and he said, oh Lord, you came here to deliver people. You are not the Krishna who came to kill the demons, because in Kali Yuga, practically there's demon in everybody's heart. So you can't possibly go on killing everyone because of that. Therefore, your mission here is to purify them by the holy name that you're going to spread to everyone, but not killing them. Okay, so this is how the Lord showed his mercy in this Kali Yuga to purify us of our demonic quality. So the more and more we chant, this is like scrubbing a dirty place, right? Or wiping a dusty mirror, or scrubbing a dirty pot, right? The chanting is like that. It functions like that. It cleanses and cleanses and cleanses and cleanses. You try that and you will see the difference. You will definitely try it. Okay, because this is my 4th group. So in the previous 3 groups, I always ask them, okay, have you all started chanting? Okay, they will say yes. What is when it comes to level 3, I will ask, what is the difference that you feel? They will say, they feel calm, they feel more peaceful. If previously they compare when they started level 1, and then they level 2, level 3, they compare. Initially, they used to get very angry or anxious or very disturbed easily, but now they are able to manage their emotions better because they are chanting regularly. Okay, so don't worry if you're not vegetarian or I'm not vegetarian, how to chant. So it's not like that. The chanting itself will purify you. Even when I started, I was not. All right, but that doesn't mean you have to wait until you become vegetarian. Remember what Prabhupada's guru said, you cannot wait for everything to be very conducive for you to start your spiritual life. The urgency is now. Okay, the urgency is now, and you start by hearing and chanting. And then the rest all will fall in place. Okay, so this is the story of Jagai and Madai. Okay, so we have completed the divine and demonic qualities for them. So we have 16, 17, 18, 16, 17 and 18, we will learn more of 3 modes. Okay, so tomorrow 1 day, and then Monday 1 more day, last day. Any questions? All okay? Everybody okay? Is it a tough topic today? I think today's topic is more like a story, right?
Mataji, I have a question.
Yes, Kritika Mataji.
Earlier, right, it was mentioned that these people, they will give charity because they think that you nullify their karma and everything. So I've actually seen people who are actually very bad, and then they will do like the prayers, like the yearly prayers or something in temples, right? It's because they think that their karma will be gone and everything, but obviously it doesn't work that way, right, Mataji?
Yeah,
But then
it's
they
not.
live a very good life, Mataji. So that's why.
This is because the karmic reaction works in 4 ways. One is is already fructified, which means they have done pious credits in the past, pious activities in the past, and they're enjoying the fruit of the pious credits now. And then there is another one, it's still in seed form. So maybe in future also they will be enjoying more good reaction of their past life. But what they are doing now, these new activities, they are actually planting seed of negative karmic reactions, which they might experience in this life or next life or the next life. We wouldn't know. So, we had some politicians in the past. We know for so sure that he is a corrupt person. He's been doing a lot of bad things. We all have evidence, but we always wonder how come he didn't get caught. So I always tell my friends, I think his pious credit is really, really a lot that he's actually enjoying it. But one fine day he did get caught, right? So rest assured, the reactions will catch up with them. That's we cannot avoid that. All right. And this is also an explanation why we think that sometimes we say, why bad people having good life and good people have bad life? Because these good people, they are suffering the reactions from their past life. And they have to endure this with so much of strength and involve in devotional service, because only devotional service a pure devotional service can burn the reactions, not by doing charity or whatsoever. You may gain pious credit, but it doesn't nullify the negative credits. It doesn't work like that. You also have good credits, you also have bad credits, and eventually you have to enjoy them separately. Sekejap you're happy, sekejap you're not happy. So that is how it works. Okay, but it doesn't nullify the bad karma. The bad karma is nullified by pure devotional service. Okay, Mataji? So, sometimes people get frustrated. I'm doing so many good things, but still I suffer. Yeah, so this is the knowledge. We need to know this knowledge. If not, we're going to like susapaya. It's like, how the elephant comes out from shower and then put back the sand on the body. Otherwise, we're going to do that. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu and Matajis. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Good night.